You're standing in your garden, tired, looking at another season of weeding and watering and buying bags of fertilizer. You followed all the rules, but it feels like a constant, expensive chore. The problem isn't your effort. The hidden cause is a simple design flaw you were never told about, leaving your soil bare. Bare soil is a disaster. It bakes in the sun, erodes in the rain, and forces you into a cycle of buying products to fix the problems that bare soil creates. But there is a method that breaks this cycle completely. It's a set and forget system that uses free materials to automate your garden's fertility and health. Some call it deep mulching. In practice, it feels like a forbidden secret, because once you start, you stop buying almost everything. This is the shift from being a consumer to becoming a system builder. First, you'll learn the specific material swap, what to use and what to avoid. Then, the simple seasonal application that turns that material into a permanent working blanket. Finally, you'll see how these steps connect into a self-feeding cycle that triples your harvests while eliminating the work. This isn't just a gardening tip. It's a way to design your way out of the struggle for good. Now, let's build the system. It starts with a simple material swap, but it becomes something much more powerful. The first step is choosing the right mulch. Not all mulch is equal. You want materials that mimic a forest floor. And the best part is they're usually free waste products. Think spoiled hay from a local farm, straw, fallen leaves you rake from your yard or collect from the town pile, or arborist wood chips from tree companies. These are the gold standard. Avoid dyed mulch, fine sawdust, or using grass clippings alone. The goal is to get a mix of carbon-rich material that breaks down slowly. This is your zero-cost input. It transforms waste into your most valuable resource. This is the first concrete step to breaking the cycle of buying bags of stuff every spring. With the right material in hand, the next step is installation. This isn't a decorative sprinkle. You're laying down a permanent, functional blanket. The depth is critical. For a new area, start by smothering any existing weeds with a layer of plain cardboard. Then, apply your mulch. You need a lot. Think 8 to 12 inches deep when it's fluffy. This massive layer is what does the heavy lifting. It blocks light from reaching weed seeds, and it acts like a sponge, holding moisture in the soil. Your watering chores will plummet. To maintain it, you just add a 2 to 4 inch top-up each season to replace what is decomposed. When it's time to plant, you simply pull the mulch back, put your seed or transplant in the soil, and then push the mulch back around it like a collar. That's it. This method alone eliminates the vast majority of weeding and drastically reduces your watering. The garden begins to manage itself. But here's where the real magic happens. That blanket isn't just sitting there, it's working. The bottom layer is constantly being decomposed by microbes, fungi, and an explosion of earthworms. They're turning that mulch into rich, dark humus, the very best food for your plants. Your vegetable roots will grow up into this nutrient-dense layer, feeding themselves continuously. This is a decomposition engine, a compost pile that feeds your soil from the top down forever. You never need to till, and you stop buying fertilizer. The system generates its own. This is the fertility payoff. See how it connects? You start with free waste material. You install it as a thick, permanent blanket. That blanket becomes a decomposition engine that builds fertile soil. That fertile soil gives you bigger, healthier harvests. And the cycle repeats. The waste you add next year continues the process. Your garden is no longer a collection of plants you tend. It becomes a self-feeding, self-watering, self-weeding biological system. Your job changes from daily laborer to occasional observer, just adding a new layer of abundance each season to keep the engine running. This is the closed loop. This is how you build real food independence. So this is the real shift. It's not just about what you put on your garden. It's about who you are as a gardener. You started as a reactive gardener. You saw a weed. You pulled it. The soil was dry. You watered it. Plants looked hungry. You bought a fertilizer. It was a constant chase, a cycle of problems and products. Exhausting. Now, you're a system builder. You don't see weeds, dry soil, or low fertility as separate problems to fight. You see them as symptoms of a bare, exposed ecosystem. And you designed a single solution that manages them all automatically. Your role changes completely. From daily laborer to occasional orchestrator. Your job is just to keep the cycle fed with a new layer of mulch each season. The system does the rest. That's why this feels forbidden. It's illegal to the mainstream idea of gardening because it severs the dependency. You stop being a consumer. You become a producer. You're no longer buying fertility in a bag. You're producing it from local waste streams. You're not purchasing water retention. You're designing it into the soil itself. This is the self-sufficiency mindset. It's not about finding a better product. It's about designing a better cycle. Remember that expensive mistake? The bags of fertilizer, the weed killer, the hours of watering? All of that was just a symptom. The root cause was the choice to leave the soil naked to the sun and rain. That single design flaw triggered every other cost. The deep mulch system is the one design fix that addresses it all at once. It covers the soil, and in doing so, it eliminates the need for everything else. What you're left with is a profound sense of calm control. The anxiety of constant maintenance is gone. In its place is the quiet confidence of a resilient, living system. Your focus shifts from the struggle of this season to the long-term building of something truly secure. You're not just growing food for this year. You're building fertile soil for the next decade. You're building independence. And it all starts with the simple, radical act of covering the ground